Hey everybody, Dogbird here again with some more Dark Dimension testing, this time in Dark Dimension 4. This could be a possible team for Dark Dimension 5 as well that I'm about to show. It is featuring Cloak and Dagger. So let's take a look at the characters I brought in. I'm bringing in my 3 red, 3 yellow Cloak. Here he is level 3 blue ISO. He is Skirmisher. Yes, I had to remember what that symbol looked like. As you can see, level 80 gear, fear 15. I did put the 2 orange pieces on that you can equip. Why not? You want more stats than these guys anyway. T4s, all the T4s. You put all the T4s in Cloak and Dagger, period. You want to do more damage, period. You want more focus, like in this. Yeah, you want dodge, yes. You want them all. My dagger is also 3 yellow, 3 red. Blue ISO level 3 striker. Only one piece I could put on her. So that's what I did. Again, you want all the T4s. You want her, she is the damage. These things give damage. You want more damage. Lots of damage. You want these. Even her passive is useful. Getting that regeneration, you're going to need that eventually. And extra resistance doesn't hurt as well. Plus, when it comes to raids, you would like that too. Up next is the OG Spider-Man, believe it or not. Level 3 ISO Blue Skirmisher. I do have a 5 red, 7 yellow. Only T4 on him is his passive for that extra speed, dodge chance, and filling the speed bar in Web Warriors. That will come in handy later. I also brought in Symbiote Spider-Man. I chose Symbiote Spider-Man over Scarlet Spider because Symbiote Spider-Man for Dark Dimensions is a superior pick. And that is because of his passive. He gives 3% health to all Hero Spider-Verse and Symbiote allies whenever a negative effect is applied. Cloak and Dagger throw out many negative effects. Top that off with the Spider-Man, the original Spider-Man. You can put defense down out there. You got the ability block from the next character I'm going to be showing, and just a ton of them out there. On the top of that, he gets 100% drain, so he's going to keep himself alive every time he attacks. He puts the slows out there. He puts defense down up there. He can extend. He can stun. Just a really good choice. Mine happens to be 5 red, 7 yellow. Blue ISO level 3 Skirmisher. Still have him at level 80. They haven't brought him up, haven't put any extra pieces on him because I wasn't sure if I was going to bring him in yet or not. After this video, I think you'll see why I think I am going to bring him up to level 85 Gear 16. And finally, my first Gear 16 character I brought in, my Ghost Spider. She is phenomenal, in my opinion. I have her at 5 red, 5 yellow. One day I'll fill in those 2 other red stars when she becomes farmable. Blue ISO level 3 Raider. You want that Raider outside of raids, so she has that extra crit chance, so she does that ability block with her special here, which you don't need a T4 on, unless you want to want some little bit extra damage and chaining to 4 to 5 targets instead of 3 to 4. Otherwise, you have I do have the T-Force on the passive here. You get the extra dodge chance, you get the extra damage. She puts out a lot of damage. This is a huge one, spreading all negative effects from primary target to all secondary target, plus 50% damage. That's huge on her ultimate. And this one is actually primarily from raids. So on the basic, if you're just bringing her in for Dark Dimension, though I don't know why, you wouldn't want her for raids, because you want the Web Warriors for raids. You wouldn't need this for Dark Dimension. It just gives a flat 50% damage. And if you think that just having a Gear 16 would make this thing simple, let me show you something from Node 12. Node 12, of course, takes me many attempts to try to get the right RNG. It doesn't matter. So let's take a look at this real quick. So this is one of my attempts on Node 12. This is a Gear 16, 5 red, 5 yellow Ghost Spider. And she's dead. Yeah. So now that we've seen that Node 12 is still no joke, even with Gear 16, who can get killed really quickly, let's take a look at the rest of the nodes and how it all went. So this is the first city node. This node's pretty simple. I haven't really found anybody who couldn't clear this node in one shot. I've done it with as little as 3 symbiotes even. Here we're already putting out those debuffs, tons of debuffs, got blinds everywhere. Yeah, it's random. Our main goal is to take out those hand archers. They take away our buffs. They're annoying. I took away the offense up off of Corvus there. Nobu puts out those retributions, or whatever they're called. I already got whatever one hand archer. You're going to notice every time they attack either Spider-Man or Spider-Gwen, she retaliates, which is a ton of damage for my Spider-Gwen. Knocking down that Mordo. Spider-Gwen does quite a bit of damage. She scales very well. As do the Cloak and Dagger. The higher you get them, the more stuff you can put into them, the more damage they're going to do because of the way they scale. There goes the other hand archer, thanks to Ghost Spider, or Spider-Gwen as I want to call her. She is constantly doing those retributions because there's the mobs in DD4 like to attack multiple targets, and if they hit Spider-Man or Spider-Gwen, she's going to retaliate. I stunned Black Widow here because I don't want her getting the speeds up out there, and I don't want her going under invis. We're just going to concentrate and take her out. Dagger's there, so we can put up all those debuffs. You can see Spider-Gwen hitting for over 300k there, not bad at all. Of course, Squirrel Girl is now our main target because she'll cleanse on her first turn. Have to get through serial security. Thank God we have the assist there. I stunned Squirrel Girl even though she has blind because she would have done her cleanse there. My ability block Proxima. Don't want her putting offense down or stunning anybody. Just extending some debuffs there, especially that ability block. We got some time to work on Squirrel Girl, so we're going to leave her alone for a minute. Then we can take her out with Dagger's basic. Karnak, no, I mean this is a very easy node. As you can see, I'm not really having any problems. Cloak gets a little damage there from Crystal, but he heals right back up. Cloak and Dagger do heal themselves up. That's why this team is able to work. Yeah, Cloak and Dagger healing themselves. Symbiote Spider-Man heals himself, and he heals the Web Warriors. And actually, the original Spider-Man also has a drain on his special. See, Miles got killed by Ghost Spider off the Retribution. So as you can see, very, very easy node. No real problems, just putting out the damage. And there he goes. So on to the second node. Now it gets a little bit harder. We have 34 enemies here. Main target we want to get rid of first is Yo-Yo, constantly putting that offense down. But we also need to control Groot because he'll do a cleanse. As you see here, I use Symbiote Spider-Man stun. So it's much nicer to have that stun in Dark Dimensions than, say, Scarlet Spider. And the other thing is Scarlet Spider wouldn't heal as much as Symbiote Spider-Man, since he only does 1% outside of raids. And only if Web Warrior attacks, so. With Cloak and Dagger setting off Symbiote Spider-Man's heal, it helps heal up the other Web Warriors plus Symbiote Spider-Man himself. So we get our first look at the ultimate from Ghost Spider here, spreading all those debuffs, doing a ton of damage. Now we have Symbiote Spider-Man to extend some of those debuffs. Back to Yo-Yo. She's blinded now, so she can't put her offense down out. And there goes Yo-Yo. Gamora gets herself killed. We just take out Hawkeye, no problem. Going after Groot, get him out of there. And we kill Groot, and of course he reses himself. Will he res for you? No. Will he res for the AI? Every time. So I'm going to continue working a little bit on Groot. Vision's blinded. We don't have to really worry about him. Now we get rid of Groot again. AI Spider-Man dodging there. Dodging again. The assist from Cloak and Dagger really does help. If he dodges, he still gets hit by the other one. So that Spider-Man's gone. Just need to clean up this first wave, get rid of that Namor, get rid of that Vision. Almost there. Got rid of Vision. And get rid of Namor. No, there we go. Now he dies. There it goes. Yeah, it took a little bit there. So Rescue is the problem on this wave, because she can cleanse, followed by Captain Marvel with her big hit. We use Dagger's ultimate there to get the debuffs out there. The other problem, of course, is Rhino. He can take off those debuffs, as long as he, unless he's stunned, of course. So ability blocking Captain Marvel there is to keep her from blasting somebody. Stunning Rhino so he can't taunt, nor can he remove debuffs, because we just use Cloak's ultimate to put up a ton of debuffs as well. Need to get rid of Rescue before she can cleanse. She's gone. She doesn't do it to her second turn though, so you got a little bit of space there. Here comes Ghost's ultimate, doing a ton of damage, putting those debuffs on everybody. You can see even Rhino still has a blind on him because he is stunned. If he wasn't stunned, that blind would be gone. Captain Marvel's already dead. And see, as soon as Rhino got his turn, he's out of his stun now. We have that Graviton, Scarlet Witch, and the Vision joined. What's really nice about this setup, the way I have it, is Ghost Spider in the middle can get some evades. Spider-Man, of course, gets his evades, and then Cloak gets an evade on her turn. So those three are constantly evading. I have Symbiote Spider-Man on the end, and Cloak on the other end. They have natural high dodge chances anyway. So this is a very dodgy team. See, we're already down to just 3 characters left. Getting rid of Graviton just because he's annoying. Yeah, pretty much once you get down to these last couple, you generally want to do basics. And of course, every time Spider-Man and Ghost Spider dodge, they get some turn meter thanks to Spider-Man. This helps speed them up. So Scarlet Witch is pretty much dead. There she goes. So this wave, you have Spider-Man doing his ultimate and special. Ability blocking Graviton so he doesn't stun anybody. Extend that ability block mostly. Get those debuffs out there. And I wanted to hit Maul because I wanted to get that immunity off of him. We got rid of it. So now we can stun him so he can't put his offense down on us and defense up on his team. Spreading those debuffs again, even though AI Spider-Man dodged. Gonna stun him to help calm down some of that dodging. Hawkeye was pretty low, so we ended up killing him with Cloak and the assist from Dagger. Still working on Graviton. He's almost dead. He was blinded, so it didn't do anything. And now we have a rescue we have to deal with. Like I I said though, she doesn't cleanse until her second turn. You see, Ebony Maw's special there. I had to think about which move it was a Maw. Missed because he had blind, but he does still put defense up on his side. You can see Rescue's first turn, she puts up that barrier. That means her second turn she would go for the cleanse if you don't kill her. I end up killing her. Maw's almost dead as well. Working on Captain Marvel. Just getting rid of Maw. They still have AI Spider-Man back there, who's quite dangerous, since all he does is his special and ultimate. And he is gone. At least I think that was the Spider-Man that does the special and ultimate. I can't remember. Working on Captain Marvel. Alright, she is gone. We just have Cable and Killmonger. And there goes Cable. There goes Killmonger. Final wave. Again, going after Graviton because of his stun and his ability to extend debuffs. Wrapping up Rhino so he can't clear debuffs, plus he can't taunt. Throwing out all those debuffs thanks to Dagger, sorry. And then spreading them all now. Great combination with Ghost Spider and the Cloak and Dagger, throwing out all those debuffs. See, Spider-Man dodged again, but we can stun him. That's the other nice thing about Symbiote Spider-Man, his stun can't miss. Even when he's blinded, it's going to land. Try to work on that Spider-Man. We almost have Killmonger dead. He's got a couple bleeds on him. Not even trying. Killing Spider-Man, he's gone. You see the bleeds are just doing a ton of damage right now. And that does it for that node, so now it's on to node 12. So I will preface this saying this took me a few attempts of quitting out and restarting. As you saw, Ghost Spider can easily die if they decide to focus her and she doesn't get any dodges. But the big thing I had to go for was getting that ability block on Jessica Jones. Once I had the ability block on Jessica Jones, it made this a lot easier. Pretty much, if you can get past this first wave, you can clear this whole node in one shot with this team, as you'll see here. Because of the timing, I was able to use Symbiote Spider-Man to extend that ability block, giving us even more time on Jessica Jones. To get her down, she normally has very high resistance, so like I said, you may have to restart this quite a few times in order to get that ability block to stick. They were dealing with Captain Marvel, already got her taunt, we get rid of it, since we had Skirmisher out there on Spider-Man. I do love Skirmisher on Symbiote Spider-Man and Spider-Man because of the removal of buffs like that. Throwing out all of those debuffs with Dagger this time. Stuck behind two taunts, Captain America and Ms. Marvel. We had Skirmisher there, so we got rid of one. Star-Lord's blinded. And now because we have Skirmisher on Symbiote Spider-Man, we get past the second taunt. And we can get back to work on Jessica Jones, who's our main target. Not quite dead yet. And she just dies from the bleeds. That makes this a lot easier. So we are stuck behind the taunt. I decided this to do the ultimate, get those debuffs out there, end up killing a couple characters there. We're down to just 4 already in this first node. Wrapping up Captain Marvel so she can't do any more damage. Extending those debuffs. Working on Captain America, get him out of there. He's gone. We've pretty much cleared this first wave already. I will say I think this team is even easier than the symbiotes right now. So if you're a newer player, this might be a team you want to build. And it's a little bit better for the future because of the 2 web warriors and Cloak and Dagger are going to be needed in raids in the future. So here you want to control X-23, and of course you want to get Rescue killed. I'm stunning shield security so that way he can't taunt when somebody drops below 50%. Gotta throw out those debuffs from Cloak. See, now we have Rescue already down to 50%. And she chose to ability block Star-Lord because he's not blinded. He would try to blind us or use his special or use his ultimate. We don't really want him to do that. Because unlike your Star-Lord, this one actually does damage. Just basicing Rescue. We kind of try to control, because once we knock down 3, that Rescue is number 1. That's when you get the Emma Symbiote Spider-Man screen drop. And I think everybody knows about the Emma, how hard she can be. So we're trying to knock down everybody pretty low so that when that drop does happen, we can just kill them off and deal with them. Iron Man, doesn't matter if he's blinded, his special there with the flares always hits. So we get some debuffs out from Cloak, she ends up killing a bunch of people. So unfortunately we didn't really control it, we got stuck. But it doesn't matter, we're doing so much damage and doing it so quickly, we're okay. I was trying to get a defense down there on Emma, didn't work. We do get the offense down, Cloak has very good focus. As you can see, Emma clears the debuffs now. Need to get to work on X-23 because if she goes off, she's going to hurt. I chose to actually do that ultimate to get those bleeds and stuff out there. We end up killing Iron Man. We got a bunch of debuffs out there. Wrapping up Symbiote Spider-Man here. He doesn't start doing damage to us. We get rid of Shield Security. Shield Trooper. Now we get rid of Shield Security. So down to 3 symbiotes and Emma. And you see Ghost Spider taking a beating. But she can withstand it. We get rid of Venom. Thank God for those dodges. Stunning Symbiote Spider-Man yet again. Didn't want him taking a turn. We get rid of Scream. So we're almost down to Emma time. See the healing coming. Alright, so we're down to Emma. We have Skirmisher, so that gets rid of her immunity. Just doing basics here. Do a bunch of damage. And you can see Emma is absolutely no problem for this team. Cloak and Dagger with a lot of piercing damage, high damage in the assist, so on to the final wave. I like to go after Captain Marvel first. She puts out a lot of damage. It gets called the assist from Ms. Marvel. I found that taking her out first, though, just takes away a lot of the damage from this wave. So I'm going to try to ability block Jessica Jones here, but no go. Again, high resistance. So back to Captain Marvel. It also seems like she's a little bit squishier on this third wave than she is on the first wave. That was the other reason why I go after her. See, Black Bolt goes, but he has offense down, thankfully. Hasn't hurt as much. Throwing those debuffs out there with Dagger. Just dealing with Ms. Marvel assisting everybody. Thankfully, we have some pretty high dodge chance. So we got a good chance here. We got all those debuffs to spread, killing Captain Marvel and Black Panther. So now the primary target becomes Jessica Jones because she can remove those debuffs. Thankfully, she only does it every other turn. I believe it is. I can't remember. I know the second turn she definitely does it. We're rid of Jessica Jones already. So at this point, I want to get rid of Ms. Marvel. You can see we're doing very fast. We already got Captain America out of there, just doing absolutely nothing. Even Black Bolt wrapped up, even though he's blinded. Wrapping up that X-23 because she did not have blind. Ms. Marvel taking forever to die. There she goes. So 2 X-23s and a Black Bolt now. And we are just handling this node quite well. Like I said, the only problem is the initial break-in essentially on that first wave. But once you get past that, this node is cake now with this team. So as we kill Black Bolt here, we're going to end this video. So I hope this video is informative and gives you maybe another team you might want to think about for bringing in Dark Dimension. A very good team I would recommend to newer players. And until next time.